and I'm gonna see if you can tell the difference. My goal is that you will not be able to tell the difference. This is seriously difficult. It's really, really hard to do. I'll explain why it's so difficult in just a minute, but first, let me introduce myself. My name is Natalie Sidesurf, and I make cakes that do not look like cakes. And today I'm gonna show you how I made cakes of a pear and an apple. Here I've got some real pears and a couple apples. There are two important attributes that I need to capture in order to trick you guys. Number one, I need to sculpt the correct proportions. And number two, I've got to get the color spot on. Let's start with the pear. Throughout this cake build, I'm going to go back and forth working on the pear and the apple. I'll carve both cakes, and then I'll cover them in a layer of buttercream, and then a final layer of modeling chocolate. When I say that this is a ridiculously difficult challenge to pull off, I am not kidding. If I were to place a realistic fruit cake on a table all by itself, I wouldn't have to worry too much about getting my color and my proportions perfect because there's no fruit around to compare it to. But today I'm going to place the pear and apple cakes next to the real fruits. And that means that you can compare my cakes to the real thing. So I have to go for true hyperrealism. I am both excited and nervous. This is a true challenge of my talents. Let me know in the comments if I was able to trick you or not. Now I'll set both cakes in the fridge to chill. While the cakes are chilling, I'm going to work on coloring the modeling chocolate. For the apple, I want to match the lightest color that I see on the real apple. It looks to be light orange red, heavy on the yellow. So I start by adding yellow food color to white modeling chocolate. I mix it up and I'm left with yellow modeling chocolate. Now I want to dull this vibrant red modeling chocolate, so I'm adding a little bit of green food color because green is the complementary color of red. Then I'll mix both the yellow and the red together. Now it matches that red color of the apple much better than the red I started with. Don't believe me yet? Well, get ready to really have your mind blown. I'm going to use the exact same colors that I used to make the apple for the pear. Red, yellow, and green. It's crazy, right? The only difference is that I'm using different amounts of each color. The pear will have mostly green, some yellow, and a tiny bit of red. This is some color wheel magic happening right here. And it's also why I chose to make green and red fruits today, because I can use the same three colors for both. Now I know this is a lot of hands-on activity happening here, but don't freak out on me. These cakes are small, so they're just for us. If they were for somebody else, I would definitely wear gloves while coloring the chocolate. This is the pear color I've been looking for, so now it's time to sculpt. Here I'm rolling out the green modeling chocolate, and I'll use it to cover my pear-shaped cake first. Then I'll do the same for the apple cake before I go on to sculpt the details of both. I have been a fan of hyper-realistic art my whole life. As a kid,